Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Pistol. What's that?
Mayfield comes out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
Set. What's that?
On the give, this is Irving. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A pickup of 7. Normally that's a great gain, but still facing 3rd and pretty long.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Alert!
Running back sent in motion.
What's that?
3rd and long, Mayfield. He's throwing deep to the left side. His first throw is an interception. And the Packers take over as he records his 10th career INT. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you've got to find a way to make a miss in the backfield.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That swatted away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're gonna have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Shotgun now for Love. He's got it to his running back. It's a Green Bay touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Run. What's that?
looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. He's going to field this at the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Palmer motioning right. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
From the 26 on 2nd down. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's the give to Irving. And he'll get it up to the 44. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They've got a man in motion. Once again, Irving runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Good. Real. What's up?
From the gun, Mayfield. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They give to Irving, left side. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Regular. Done.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by Quay Walker.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Pistol. Hey, alert 33. Alert. Run. Done.
Third down. Here's Mayfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Quay Walker in to pick it off. Has room down the left sideline. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the Bucs come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Set to kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Good. What's that?
Irving here from the gun. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down by Quay Walker. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Up. What's that?
Mayfield now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
What's that?
Running left, this is Irving. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
The gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
What's that?
Right back to Irving now. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Real. Kings.
We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. The Packers on top early. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They start out with 3rd and 4.
Kings. What's that?
Pressure coming. Baker. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
Good.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert. Real. What's that?
Baker now from the gun. Into the hands of Campbell. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And your 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Regular. Hurry. Done.
Now here's Mayfield. Pass is caught at the 9. And in, touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
And this kick was just mishit. It is wide left and no good. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Love from the gun. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st down throw. Here's Love. Oh, he put some heat on this. He's got it deep downfield. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
Buccaneers 6. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. Massive hit, the ball is out. And they dodge a turnover there on the return.
You know, awareness, Kate, is one of the best skills anyone on the return team can possess. And normally it's just for hitting blocks and clearing a lane and doing their job. But there it was recognizing the fumble and locating it quickly to save the possession.
Point it right. Pistol. What's up?
Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. He's trying to push the field. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now it's 2nd down.
What's up?
Running right, it's Irving. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That one's complete, right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Baker out of the pistol. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Hey, alert 33. Done.
Throwing again is Baker. This ball's cut by Palmer. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Quay Walker.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Alert, 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 alert. Run, run, run. Kings, Kings, Kings. Done.
Mayfield to throw again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Opposite. What's that?
Here we go. It's Mayfield. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
18, go.
Love out of the shotgun. Chased out to his right. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Ready, ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Set up. Corey, 70. Trap 60, trap 60. Set up.
Shotgun now for Love. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Track 60. Ready.
Here's Love. He's got it inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Ready.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3.
Here we go. Set.
Working inside the red zone. Rolling out to his left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Jacobs. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Packers ballooning the 1st half lead even further. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs then, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers continue piling on to this lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Kings! What's that?
Here's Baker to throw. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
What's that?
Mayfield to throw for it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And the huge conversion gets them a new set of downs.
Real. What's that?
Baker now off the play fake. Oh no, they get him yet again. There he goes, right sideline. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. All right, Brock, I try never to ask this, but I just feel like in this situation, do we even need to play a second half today? What do you think?
Kate, you should never have asked it. Because if Frank Reich and those Buffalo Bills had that thought, they would have never come back against those Oilers in a playoff game.
Really good point. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers grow their lead yet again.
Buccaneers 6. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. On the return, here's Palmer. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Regular.
After the pick, here's Mayfield again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
What's that?
Going with Irving here. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The Buccaneers with some work to do, trailing in this game.
What's that?
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
What's up?
They'll run this with oh, he loses the football. And it's a turnover. The deep
Ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Buys time, rolling right. He just throws this one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback
up, they're able to drop it. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Packers send out their punting unit. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Here's Mayfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Handoff headed right, Irving. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Quay Walker.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Good. Pistol, pistol, pistol. Good.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. He lets a heater go deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Good. What's up?
Baker now. That's a catch. Jalen McMillan. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Working quickly here.
Alert, alert. What's up?
Throwing it just before halftime. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Starting at the 10. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Come 19! Come 19!
Love looking to pass. He puts everything behind this one. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they face second down.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thrown on first down, Love. He's got it near the 8. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run with Kamara. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Kamara. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers continue adding on to that lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now it's Irving. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Motioning him from the slot right. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Carry here for Irving. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
First and 10 from the 41. Now a carry by Irving. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Run.
From the gun, Mayfield. And they pick him off again! Roger McCreary takes it away. And the Packers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envision that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
They left him wide open. It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that gives them 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Shut up!
Slot receiver headed left. They'll try with the wideout. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Buying some time right. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, sack!
To the air with Love. Escapes the pocket. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Buccaneers scoop it up! He's at midfield! And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return.
You know, Kate, that is just an awesome job by the defense. We talk about it all the time, pursuit and effort, pursuit and effort. Pursue, and they rip the football away, and then the effort for the big return on the fumble sets that offense up in primo position.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now.
Up, Good.
Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. And they pick him off again. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Packers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
First down throw, here's Love. Trying for the deep ball. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Play fake, it's Love. On the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Love from the gun. Able to get it to Reed. There he goes on the right side. Reaches the 40. He's at the 30. The 10. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers parlay the interception into points. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead. Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Returning it from the 4. Finds some space. He's past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he's stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So it'll be 2nd down.
King!
Throwing again is Baker. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
Hey, alert! Good. Right side.
Here's Baker. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Real.
Baker throwing again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They go play action here. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Mayfield to throw again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Mayfield on 1st and 10. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Buccaneers still need a lot more as they shrink the deficit. Jalen McMillan with the touchdown. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the set.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Love now to throw. Reed's got it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
They just get the play on. Galloping inside the 40. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Palmer. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Set.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Set. Hey, alert 33. Regular, regular, regular. Done.
2nd and 10 now. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he drives it up past the 45. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Set. Hey, alert 33. What's that?
Baker now off the play fake. Caught quickly on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watch out!
Baker now from the gun. Got a man. Palmer has it. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Good.
2nd and 3 now.
Run, run, run. Watch out!
Baker now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Good. Up, up. Watch out!
3rd and short, Mayfield. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
McLaughlin, attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers take 7 points off the deficit.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tag!
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
A game of 4. Now 2nd and 6.
Here we go!
Kamara running out of the gun. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Love out of the shotgun. He puts some power on it, deep one left. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw...
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They go counter, it's Jacobs. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, sometimes football and poker have a lot in common. You don't want to tell at the poker table, and you don't want one at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes just it's alignment. It's the way these linemen breathe. It's the blood in their knuckles the defenders read and react to. I think that time a tell was in play because the defense was all over that counter before it could get started.
They stick with Jacobs. And this one does not go far. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming. Shotgun now for Love. This is reeled in by Reed. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers throwing 6 more on the blowout. Jaden Reed the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the Packers tack on 7 more to their lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Palmer. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Mayfield. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Dad!
Pressure coming, Baker. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Gets this to Johnson. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
And the Packers at a 5th DB out there for this 3rd down play.
Set.
Throwing now off play action. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Roger McCreary takes it away. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. They got the interference call on third down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Pistol, pistol, pistol. One time.
First down, here's Baker. He finds Johnson. So they'll decline this and take the results. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Good. Real, real, real.
First and 10, it's Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they...
Oh, the football's loose. Packers pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Here we go, set. Check go.
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Packers looking like they'll start this season with a win. Second down now, 7 to go.
Ready, ready.
Handoff running left, Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Love from the gun. Taken in by Dobbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Jacobs running behind center. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Packers are your winners. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.